Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. If you clicked on this video to hear about Diddy and Cassie and Kid Cudi, I need you to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, I need you to hit that subscribe button. And to my Spit Squad, drop squad in the comments. Now, Diddy and Cassie and Kid Cudi. We heard a story come out a while ago where basically they said that Diddy had Kid Cudi car blew up, and the real problem with this situation is that let's start over, right? Diddy shouldn't be blowing up Kid Cudi car if he allegedly did what they said he did, right? But one of the most important things that I believe was left out of it is two important things. And the first thing that I would like to point to is that Cassie said that she was still having freak offs with Diddy while she was with Kid Cudi. Now, so as a man, we understand how these situations work, right? You the new guy. Well, I don't know how to understand because I'm not a simp. But a lot of times when you the new guy, the new woman tell you things about her old guy, and you be wanting to try to protect her, or you be wanting to look out for her best interest. And let's say if you never went through this before, maybe you have a sister or a cousin or an aunt. She telling you some things about that guy that sounds atrocious. She telling you some things about that guy that sound a little bit off-putting or sound like he just lingering around. He won't leave her alone. But then you moving through the city and you see her in the car with this guy, or you see her sitting in front of this guy's house, but the whole time she been telling you, oh, this guy's this guy's that. And that's the situation that Kid Cudi was probably going through. Cassie is steady telling Kid Cudi, yo, I don't like Diddy no more. Kid Cudi is probably asking Cassie, yo, why is he steady texting you so much? Why is he calling you? Why is he FaceTiming you? And Cassie's probably telling him, oh, he just won't leave me alone. I really don't want to be with him no more. I'm done with him. I love you. But deep down in Cassie heart, she knows she not done with Diddy. She knows she want to still be with Diddy. And I'm talking about in the context of this one situation. But Kid Cudi, because he want to believe his woman and because he want to trust what Cassie's saying is true, he putting himself at a position of, okay, well, maybe I can help this situation. Do you want me to talk to him? And now him and Diddy probably end up beefing back and forth because Diddy is trying to tell him, listen, bro, you putting yourself out here and trying to beef over a woman who's still having freak offs with me. Now, maybe Diddy said that, maybe Diddy kept it P, and Diddy just saying, yo, you don't understand our situation. You don't really know what's going on between us. Yes, she probably telling you some things, but it's more to it than what she's saying. And this happens a lot in relationships where the woman don't tell the other guy exactly what's going on. And a lot of times she don't tell the other guy that, yo, this is just temporary. I'm doing this to make Diddy upset. So the other thing we have to look at, the context of it, is that Diddy put Cassie and Kid Cudi together. They put them together in a studio to work out and do music with each other. And eventually it turned into a situation where Cassie ended up sleeping with Kid Cudi. On the other terms, Diddy put Cassie in turn with this trainer who was going to help her get ready to go on a world tour. And Cassie ended up dating and sleeping with this trainer. So when we talk about victimhood, we could never blame a victim for the things they did as a victim. Well, we should never blame a victim for things that happened to them while they were a victim. But also at the same time, we have to have some accountability for the actions that aren't a part of being a victim. From the standpoint of, yo, you away from Diddy, you in a relationship with Kid Cudi now, but you still going back to have freak offs. You saying that Diddy is giving you all of these drugs and you can't really function because you always drugged up and it's hard for you to function and you having freak offs because there's so many drugs. But then there's text messages of Diddy telling your dealers not to sell to you no more because you spiraling out of control. Or it's text messages of Diddy telling you, yo, we don't got to do these freak offs if you don't want to. And you telling him, no, I want to do it. And he's saying, well, if you want to do it, you set set it up, you call the people, you put everything together. So it's a total different situation. It's even times where she's texting Diddy, I'm bored and I'm horny. And then she says she never liked doing the freak offs, but then it came out that she's actually watched Diddy do freak offs with other women, where like how Diddy would watch other men have fun with her, she would watch Diddy have fun with other women. So it's just one of those instances where, will the jury believe the abuse and look at the abuse and say, well, he was beating on her, so this is why she was doing everything? Or will the jury look at the situation and say, well, if she lied about this, what else will she lie about? This is a very complicated case, but I believe Diddy team is doing a great job, and I believe the prosecutor is also doing a good job. But I think that Cassie didn't tell them everything that was going on, and the prosecutors didn't know all the information that Diddy had. And a lot of times when you go through these situations, when you look at somebody like Diddy, Cassie is bringing this up years after they not together anymore. And so most guys probably would have been and got rid of their own phones, got rid of the text messages or something like that. But Diddy has text messages going all the way back to 2007, which adds more context to their relationship. And when you look at the prosecutor may go to April 5th, 2024, and they may say, okay, these 3 text messages right here is him telling her to come over and bring the baby oil and be there on time. He don't got time for this. She always BSing. But then when you look at a text message from the day before, you able to see that she's the one who told Diddy she wanted to do it. So it's a lot of different moving parts in this case. So one thing I will say is Cassie's not as innocent as she seemed in this situation. They even have Cassie where she's testifying and she's saying, yo, I did these freak offs because I wanted to make him happy. I did these freak offs because I wanted to keep him to myself. And that's not somebody forcing you to do a freak off. That's you as a person compromising yourself because you feel like, well, if I don't do this, he'll do this with somebody else. Okay, well, let him go do it with somebody else. He's not forcing you to do it. The same as if a man say, well, she liked to be in the finer things. She like wearing all those designer, high expensive clothes, and I got to buy them for her to keep her because if I don't buy them, she'll go find another guy to buy them. At that point, you can't say as a man, oh, she a gold digger, she forcing me to spend money on her. No, you're deciding to spend money on her because you don't want another guy to do it because you don't want her with another guy. That's not her problem. That's your problem. If you're new to this channel and want more celebrity and hip hop content, hit the subscribe button. And if you hit the subscribe button, you're a part of the Spit Squad. So hit the like button and post squad in the comments. And for any Diddy videos you may have missed, go to the Diddy playlist in the end screen. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair. If you into sneakers, you a sneakerhead, you love seeing the new Jordans, Pumas, whatever it may be, subscribe to Kicking It with Fair Play 2333. If you trying to follow me on my basketball journey, my weightlifting and fitness journey, and also be inspired to get back on your fitness journey, subscribe to Fair Play, Flex, and Fadeaway. Also, any of these pages I just named, you can also find them on TikTok or Instagram.